Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to a special spirit reading and message. So when I say it's special, it's because I received a spirit message and then we're going to be pulling additional cards. So the message was, okay, everybody exhale. The message was the call for peace for deep release. The call for peace for deep release. So they were making me repeat that, the call for peace for deep release, and you'll find that that even rhymes in itself, the call for peace for deep release. And so that was the spirit message, the call for peace for deep release. And so I was guided to do these additional messages to support this, but before I could even do that, it was like they were making me just repeat that over and over, and they were saying, you know, this rhymes, the call for peace, deep release. And as you do that, exhale. And if you think about it, the call for peace, deep release in itself is almost like a mantra, the way that they were having me repeat it. And in itself, it's a sort of mantra that even rhymes, the call for peace, for deep release. And if you keep repeating that and exhaling, you're already answering the call. And that's what they said. It's a 111 on the video. The call for peace, for deep release. Repeat and exhale while you're thinking that or saying that in your head and heart, the call for peace, for deep release. Repeat and exhale it, and you're already answering the call and experiencing deep releasing just in the moment. And to support this message even further, I'm going to be pulling just from 3 decks, free spirit cards. But what they were saying is we've been holding on to so much and we've been through so much that it's time to exhale and just answer this call, the call for peace, for deep release. And so if you could just take a moment, I guess they're recognizing, and we do in the depths of our soul realize that we've been holding on to so much and we have been through so much. So this is the call for peace, for deep release. And if you keep saying that almost like a mantra and exhaling when you do, they're saying that we're already in the process of deep releasing just in that moment. So it's like you're freeing your mind and heart. You're freeing yourself of the burdens in that moment. You're exhaling everything out. You're giving yourself a chance to find peace in the moment. And it's really important, especially with everything that's amped up and going on in our world, the call for peace, for deep release. And they're like forcing me to exhale. And this has been a recurring message in the last couple of readings. They're like forcing me in the middle of the reading or to put it in there somehow to exhale, the importance of exhaling. And sometimes when we're holding on, or it's almost like clenched fists and holding on for dear life and trying to make things work, it's like we're holding our breath, we're holding on to stress, we're holding on to things, we're holding on, you know. So there's a lot going on about exhaling and so releasing. So it's definitely the call for peace, for deep release, and to repeat and exhale. And when you do that, you're already answering the call. And I found that so amazing, like it brought tears to my eyes. The call for peace, for deep release, repeat and exhale, and you're already answering the call and experiencing deep releasing just in the moment. And to further support this message, they want me to pull real divine self-care cards for us, divine spirit cards from loved ones passed on, our spirit guides, divine spirit messages for our divine spirit, and pure love from spirit, which I feel like this all is. But what I'm distracted by is if you put these cards together, this is the alignment they want us to have. You stand up, the call for peace and release, the call for peace, for release, for deep release, put you in alignment to your divine spirit, and with pure, and it's pure love. You're exhaling and receiving pure love in that moment of peace, this alignment. So there's something about that too that they just called to my attention, the call for peace, for deep release. The minute you do that for yourself, this is real divine self-care. The minute you do that for yourself and create a moment, a sacred moment there, the call for peace, deep release, and you're exhaling and repeating that, you're in alignment and feeling this connection to your divine spirit and divine spirit, loved ones passed on, your spirit guides, the divine in that moment of peace. And that's the pure love that's always there for you in that moment. And also they're showing us in that moment how we can be in that moment, the call for peace, for deep release. And then there's nothing, when you have peace and a deep release, there's nothing in that moment but this. I just got that. Okay, so this is an all-inclusive kind of meaning, mantra, message, and then we're going to get supportive messages right now. So let's get into it. Real divine self-care messages to help us with this call for peace, for deep release. How we can do that more for ourselves. What are they saying is in our real divine self-care? This is the real divine self-care deck. to answer the call. They said to answer that call. If you're going to answer a call, answer that call. The call for peace, deep release, and repeat and exhale so that you can feel more peaceful and have a deep release in the moment. And to exhale everything out. You're already answering the call for deep releasing. So that's the part they want us to play right now, is this deep releasing. Grant yourself more peace. Oh, that just came out immediately. Oh, wow, they're really flying out. To grant ourselves those moments. They kept on saying we're bringing in the balance, we're bringing in the peace where there is none. Yeah, so sleep and rest more when you need it. Remain curious, excited, and completely open to all potentials, known and unknown. When you come back to a peaceful moment, instead of the bombardment of everything and the negativity of the world, it brings you back to being open to all the potentials, known and unknown. So it's almost releasing the burdens, the stress, the, what do I want to say? It's like the restrictiveness, of lack of possibilities, negativity, that kind of thing. It brings you back to the moment where anything is possible. You're completely open to all potentials, known and unknown. You've brought yourself right back to that point of source. They're saying to sleep and rest more whenever you need, to leave it to another day. So this is about releasing those burdens. If you need to sleep or rest more, listen to yourself, provide for yourself whatever you need. You can leave it for another day. Sometimes we're the ones that put more additional burdens and stress on ourselves than necessary. I'm guilty of that too. I feel like if it's on my plate, I got to finish what's on my plate today, and even adding more things to my plate when we're the ones that can lighten our load very often. So they're asking us to step up with that if we need more rest, downtime. Align yourself always with positive, higher vibrational thoughts and actions continuously. And that brings me to what they made me show, the alignment of those cards. When you take a moment and exhale and claim peace and deep release and align yourself, you're aligning yourself right then with the positive, higher vibrational thoughts and actions continuously. And there's always say continuously, because you could do it in this moment and in 5 minutes get the input of something else, or you get an alert about something else. So it's continuously aligning yourself with the positive, higher vibrational thoughts and actions continuously. So what would help is exhale the call for peace, for deep release, and realign yourself. And just like they showed those cards, it brings you right back to that alignment. It also brings you to the alignment of open to all the potentials, known and unknown, no matter what the physical world is saying. Remind yourself often of your divine power to actually get things you want or need done. Sometimes that's part of the stress that we're exhaling, that we feel burdened and stressed by limited. We don't feel we have enough time to get everything we need done. We're not going to be able to get everything we need or want done. Remind yourself often of your divine power to actually get things you want done. And you can rest in that confidence and not be so stressed that you have to do it right this second. Sometimes it can be tomorrow. And also remind yourself of your divine power. You can get it done. What needs to be done, you can have. They believe in you and your capabilities. So part of the stress is when we're not confident in our own abilities. We're not confident that we can get this done. But that's where exhale that out. That's part of exhaling out what we're putting on ourselves. Yeah, eliminate the stressors in your life, knowing you can always create more peace for yourself. Do you see what this last card is? And this is all about the call for peace, for deep release. And I have chills when I say this. They're asking us the call for peace. Answer the call. To bring in more peace for yourself. The call for peace, for deep release. Eliminate those stresses in your life, knowing you can always create more peace for yourself. And that's where your divine power always lies. No matter how crazy around the world is right now, you can stand up in your life. You can make decisions of what you're saying yes or no to. You can grant yourself more time, more peace, more space. You can eliminate those stressors in your life, just knowing you can always create more peace for yourself. If you need a timeout, if you need 5 minutes, nothing's so hurried that you don't have that time to grant yourself, or literally eliminate stressors that are just too much for you at this time. You can always create more peace for yourself. This is a power that they've always This was a life lesson for me that took many, many years, and sometimes you forget because you get in the heat of the moment or the bombardment of the day, that you forget where your power lies, that you always have the power to create more peace. So if you feel bombarded, loaded up on, burdened, you can always take a moment to assess that and create more peace for yourself. So just how it started is how they're ending. Eliminate the stresses in your life, knowing you could always create more peace for yourself. Just like this started, the call for peace, for deep release, in itself is a sort of a mantra that even rhymes, and you can repeat it and exhale, and you're already answering the call. You're experiencing releasing, deep releasing just in that moment. So they're saying to remember that power. Remember that power throughout the day when you feel stressed. And then just going back here before we go into the divine spirit messages, if you need more time to rest and sleep. Okay, but this whole thing, when you eliminate the stressors and you answer the call, you're immediately realigning yourself with positive, higher vibrational thoughts and actions. You're immediately realigning to potentials known and unknown. You're completely reminding yourself of the power that you can bring in more peace here. Remind yourself often of your divine power to actually get things you want or need done. So if you need to eliminate stressors, it's in your power to do that. If you feel that all of a sudden you're feeling stressed because you don't think you can handle that, well, remind yourself, yes, you can handle that. And you don't even have to be stressed about it because you can exhale and call in on more peace. So this is like an all-inclusive, what they're saying is helpful. And it will keep you aligned always with positive, higher vibrational thoughts and actions continuously. So this is the secret. It's like whenever you don't feel aligned, remember to exhale, because when you're exhaling all that you've been burdening yourself, you've been putting in your mind and heart, or from outside circumstances that's genuinely burdening you. You can take a moment to realign and exhale, and they're saying the call for peace, for deep release, and just exhale and repeat that. So let's tap into divine spirit messages to support this message. The call for peace, for deep release. What are they saying from their divine spirit? Your loved ones passed on, your spirit guides. Just answer the call for peace, for deep release, to de-stress. We can get through here much. Oh my gosh, there. Yes. Okay, these two were definitely the last ones. Okay, so we have, you will be guided on what to do. So a lot of the times we feel a little lost or alone, but you're not. You're going to be guided on what to do. You're going to get signs, and this has been our recurring message. First, you're going to be getting, through your intuition, you're going to be getting ideas and guided on what to do. Just like I was getting this, I'm guided on what to do to release stress and de-stress and exhale. You're going to be guided on what to do, especially when you're trying to get things done in your world. You're going to be guided on what to do. So look out for signs from your loved ones passed on, your spirit guides. They use everything in your life. That's number one. Stay connected. You can't make this up. Stay connected for divine assistance. So this will be a great way to bring in more peace. When you remind yourself as you exhale, you're going to be guided on what to do. You stay connected for divine assistance. When you exhale, what you're putting on yourself, it brings you in alignment. Remember that you're refreshing. It's like rebooting. You're staying connected for divine assistance, the potentiality. So sometimes when we feel burden and stress is because we feel cut off. It's a reminder what we're connected to, okay? That's a pure message that they want to bring forth. You will find the way to go, yeah. So a lot of the stress is we don't know what to do, how to go. They're telling us to exhale, stay connected for divine assistance. You're going to be guided. Remind yourself of your divine power. There's enough time to get everything you need or want done. You have the divine power to get it done. In the meantime, you can realign yourself continuously all along the way whenever you have the input of something else, okay? You can accomplish this. Do you see the backing you have for all that you're going to be doing? Yes, you are in a process of growth right. You can't make this up. You are in process of growth right now. Take time to breathe in between. What is this message all about? I have chills. Call in. What is the oh my God. I mean, like, you can't make this up. How it started was the call for peace. The call for peace, for deep release. And they said it's sort of a mantra that even rhymes. Repeat and exhale. Take time to breathe in between. Keep your alignment. You are in process of growth right now. Take the time to breathe in between. I chills. This was all the call for peace, for deep release. It's a mantra. They said it rhymes. Repeat it and exhale. You are already answering the call. So take time to breathe in between, because there's something about reminding yourself that you're staying divinely connected for divine assistance. You're going to find the way to go. You can accomplish this. When we feel that wholeheartedly, there's no room for stress. There's no room for not feeling at peace. This is what they're giving us, right? You are being divinely moved right now. Trust the path you are on now. This is how you go forward. This is in your heart and mind. You're being divinely moved right now. Trust the path you are on now. Do you see that? So we're in a state of process of growth. You're being divinely moved right now. Trust, 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 and repeat and exhale anytime we feel burdened with something else and we're not at peace. We're not at peace, okay? Let's end it with pure love from spirit, which I feel like this all is, because I feel a tremendous weight. Like they've been a recurring message. We're holding stress in our bodies. We're holding stress in our mind and hearts. We could say that we aren't. We feel great and at peace, and an hour later, we're not again. And this is a way to continuously, like they said, continuously on this card. It's something to continuously do, because there's always something new coming in, whether from within or without, that takes us out of this alignment and takes us out of this peace. So, oh my God, this is like very helpful. So they left us with the call for peace for deep release. You can repeat that like a mantra and exhale, or you could watch this video on how they're trying to help us stay at the most peace we possibly can, to keep releasing as much as we can. Believe in yourself as we go. You're going to find the way to go. You're really being guided. You're in the process of growth right now. They're all coming out. Take time in between to breathe. You can accomplish this. We're all being divinely moved right now, and trust you're on the path. We want you to be happy. We will help you find your way. Do you see? You will find the way to go. We will help you find your way. Trust. We are around you. You will be guided what to do. All of this, we're around you. We've been getting this a lot, this love and protection, the signs that you're probably receiving all around you. You hear the plane going by. Pay attention to noises in your environment. Pay attention to the synchronicities that are, I have chills when I say this, but there's no words for the synchronicities, and you don't have to explain it to anybody else. Just be fed by it. Sometimes when we repeat it, it doesn't land, but it's for you to be fed. If you hear a particular, you don't even know how you were guided to a particular song or lyric or noises in your environment that's be underscoring or giving you an exclamation mark. Do you know when I just thought of doing this reading, I didn't know if I had time because I want to get out. I have something to do today. And I looked down on the floor, and there were 2 paper clips that were clinging together in the shape of a heart. And for some reason, that could mean nothing to somebody, but to me, it was, yes, they're showing love for me like it was a heart in the shape of paper clips. It was very strange. And there was no reason why 2 paper clips should be on the floor and where it was. I knew, yes, do the reading before I leave for the day. So you're going to be feeling that too. They're around you with signs, symbols, messages. They use everything, right? They want you to be happy. We want the best for you. We want you to do what you love, and we know how good you are. We know how good you are. We know how good you are. And there's something about this that you need to bask in sometimes. And when you take a moment to exhale and reconnect, stay connected for divine assistance, this profound love, that's just profound love. We know how good you are through this time, everything that you're doing, how you're trying to make things better. They know how good you are. So there's your love, your approval, your feedback. If you've been looking for it, they know how good you are. Like everything that you've been doing during this time, and you can't make it up. The last one, we're supporting you. So yeah, I mean, they're supporting us in this, and sometimes we need to feel this. We know how good you are. We have the support. They're around you. To feel connected to that, like they said, bring in more peace, answer the call. It began, the call for peace, for deep release. So you exhale and you feel connected to this backing, love, and support. They're supporting you as you go forward. You're going to be guided on what to do. You're going to find the way to go. They're all around you. They're saying you can accomplish this. It's kind of like what I always say, your spiritual cheerleaders, your backing, your love, support. Plug back into that. So when you take a moment to answer the call for peace, for deep release, and exhale, what they say, the call for peace, for deep release, and exhale, repeat and exhale, the call for peace, for deep release, exhale. You're realigning and you're connecting to this, and you're going to feel more at peace, more connected. They're supporting you, around you. They're helping you to go forward. You're going to accomplish this. They're like your backing. What I always say, your love, support, backing. And sometimes in the moment, we lose connection to it. And that's when we feel the stress, the overburden, because it's more than we can handle, right? So exhale, the call for peace, answer the call for peace, for deep release. Exhale, the call for peace, for deep release. Exhale, you're already answering the call. And you're already experiencing deep releasing just in the moment. And this was the messages that they wanted me to bring forth to further support this message even further and further support us with this even further. And look how it ended. We are supporting you. So every time you make the shift to have more connection, more peace, exhale the burdens, the stress, to reconnect to this, they're supporting you. That gives you the deep release. That gives you the peace. And also the confidence and the backing that you are going to find the way to go. You are going to accomplish this. You can give yourself a break. You can unwind. You can exhale the burdens and the stress and believe that you're going to be guided on what to do. Just continually stay connected for divine assistance because they're around you and they are sending you signs. There was a lot about signs, signs, signs. Take time to breathe in between. Trust the path you are on now. It's times when we don't believe we're being divinely moved right now. You're in a process of growth right now. This is what they want us to know. So take time in between to breathe in between and do this so you feel continually supported all along the way. And I wish you much peace and confidence that this is the support, love, backing, supporting you always. And we have the divine power underneath here to stay divinely connected to that always. But it's for us to take the moment to do that, to feel that connection. And they're supporting us through this entire way. And I wish you much peace and love and backing and support always. And look out for those signs. Look out for those signs. Look out for those signs. That's what I'm just saying. Just look for those signs because they're starting to really be off the charts and how they're coming through. And I wish you the best and you're not alone. Take care. Bye-bye.